The Blast from Our Past Network.
Hey everybody, it's me, Corey.
And Zach.
We wanted to tell you all about our exclusive Patreon tier called A Tour de Force, where each season we go through a different auteur's complete filmography in order from beginning to end.
If you sign up now for just $5 a month, you unlock our complete back catalog for John Carpenter, Don Coscarelli, and William Lustig. That's over 50 episodes.
And we are currently going through Larry Cohen's filmography, so you'll get all those episodes as well.
Thank you to everyone that supports Podcasting After Dark on Patreon.
You keep the show going. And as always,
we'll catch you on the dark side.
Lock your doors, close your windows, turn out your lights, for chills and thrills await you. It's time for Podcasting After Dark with your hosts, Corey Stevenson and Zach Schaefer. Stay with a friend, say your prayers as grisly ghouls close in to seal your doom. Tonight's episode, Repo Man, starring Emilio Estevez, Harry Dean Stanton, and Olivia Barash.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Podcasting After Dark. I am one half of the PAD team, Repo Man Corey, a.k.a. Sleazy C. Joined with me, as always, is my other Repo Man brother from another mother, Zach the Total Snackin' Schaefer. And that's right, guys and gals, it's a big one. This is a quintessential cult classic from 1984. If you haven't guessed it, we are covering Repo Man. Woo!
I got my generic beer with me and my generic box of popcorn, and I'm ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, buddy, my generic beef, my generic cornflakes and everything. And I got my car all decked out in neon green. But this is brought to us by Robert Ortiz, our pal Robert Ortiz. He is an accomplished poet, author, writer. He also wrote a fantasy novel called The Rune of Making. And I'll have his links in the show notes for his Amazon and everything. But Zach, it's also his birthday month as well.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Robert. Hope this episode is as good as you want it to be.
As good as we want it to be.
You're going to find out whether or not this episode should be repossessed or re-listened to.
There you go. Now, Zach, Robert has given us movies like Suburbia, which I think was like 1982, 83, something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
And also Six String Samurai. And we were interviewing the director of Shredder Orpheus and the main actor. What was his name again?
Writer, director, and star, Robert McGinley.
That's right. And the interview will drop probably next month or something like that. But we talked about the fact that like Shredder Orpheus kind of would fall into place with movies like Repo Man and Suburbia and Six String Samurai. And he agreed with us, especially Repo Man. And you'll hear more about that when the interview comes out. But yeah, I think both of the Roberts have a lot in common in that regard.
Yeah, I mean, look, Robert McGinley was very flattered when we compared his movie Shredder Orpheus, and he said he was a big fan of the director Alex Cox. So I feel like that these movies share a similar universe of like artistic dystopian punk with a heart.
Yeah,
how about that?
That, and also punk rock and everything like that. A lot of musical bend to everything that we just talked about. Even Suburbia has a strong musical, spin to it. But this one definitely does. And Robert Ortiz, thank you for bringing this one to the table. I discovered this movie during quarantine. Obviously, I've known it existed. And I got to say, as a kid, the VHS cover never interested me. I didn't even know anything about it. The cover didn't interest me. No one I hung out with seemed to have any interest in this movie. I had no idea it had any kind of sci-fi spin. I just assumed it was like a tough kid movie, like something like Tough Turf or something, just a typical drama type of thing. But then I had heard word that it was a little bit different than that. But when I watched it for the first time, I really still didn't know much about it. So seeing the guy get vaporized right out of the gate, I was like, what the hell am I in for? And Myra and I watched it. We both loved it to death. I bought the Criterion Blu-ray, which I think looks amazing, great packaging and everything.
Yeah.
And since then, I mean, I've seen this movie probably like 5 times since then.
Wow.
And Zach, we don't get a chance to watch a lot of movies outside of what we're doing on for work, and let alone watch a movie I've already seen before. But I love this film. But all that being said, I can almost guarantee you that if I did see this when I was a kid, I would not have liked it. I would not have understood it. I would have been like, what the hell am I watching? What is this weird ass movie? And we talk about it a lot, Zach, how like when we were younger, especially me, like I wanted things to be serious and straight and edge and this is aliens and I'm fighting them and everything. But like now I want things a bit more whimsical and things a bit more colorful and fun and exaggerated. And I think this movie hit me right at the right time, and it's in my top like favorite movies of all time moving forward.
Wow, that's quite a compliment.
What's your experience with Repo Man?
I mean, yeah, so I did see it when I was a kid, probably in like 1985. My brother rented it and had the soundtrack on cassette. I think I still have the soundtrack on cassette because it's a great soundtrack for like, as far as punk rock soundtracks for movies are concerned. And I loved it when I was little, and I don't know why. It was drawn towards it. I was a huge Emilio Estevez fan, though, when I was a kid, and I probably saw it. I probably watched it every 6 months or every year for the better part of the 80s going into the 90s. And then in the 90s, I was like, oh, you want to see something really cool? It's like underground movie. It's cult with like a decent cast. Check this out. And watched it a handful of times over the course of the next several decades.
Okay, so this has pretty much been in your life almost your entire life.
Oh yeah. When Robert chose it, I was like, oh yeah, this is like a go-to movie for so many people. It's one of those kind of all-time cult classics, especially from the 80s.
Yeah, I mean, my God, like it's one of those things where I think if you type in cult classic movies on Google, it's probably within the top 5 movies that pop up. It is quintessential cult classic 80s.
For sure. And, it's shown here in Los Angeles fairly regularly because it's such an iconic film for especially downtown LA. And it's a shared universe of movies like, any movie that takes place in downtown LA at night, I think could from the 80s or 90s could definitely, is influenced by Repo Man.
Yeah, and I agree with that. It is really an awesome Los Angeles film. It's not really central to the film, but it is almost kind of like a love letter to DTLA in like Skid Row area and everything. And honestly, guys and gals, that's where I lived when I first moved to LA. So when we're going to talk about a scene in this movie where it's pretty much like a block away from where I used to live when they drive past the Orpheus Theater and, Orpheum, right?
Orpheum. You're just thinking of Shredder Orpheus.
Yeah, right. Orpheum, yeah. Which is pretty much a block away from where I was living at the time. Even like Terminator, when Kyle Reese first goes, back into LA, like that was all filmed in like Broadway and all around there and everything. So I do love LA 80s movies, and this is almost as much of a love letter to DTLA as maybe Valley Girl is to the Valley.
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree.
So Zach, you mentioned that you had the cassette tape back in the day. Were you like big into like Iggy Pop and punk and everything and Black Flag and everything back in the day?
Yeah, I was because of my brother.
Okay.
And he was into it, so I wanted to be into it, and I thought it was cool. And this soundtrack is just like a who's who of, quintessential punk bands of its time. Iggy Pop and Circle Jerks and Suicidal Tendencies, Black Flag, The Plugs. It's so good. There's so many great punk bands in this movie.
And apparently, the guy who plays Kevin the Nerd joined the Circle Jerks after this movie.
Yeah, no, he did, and then another band that has a song in this soundtrack by the band is called Fear. Lee Ving is in that band. He's the singer of Fear, and Lee Ving is an actor as well. He was in Black Moon Rising, Streets of Fire. He's been in a ton of Wildlife. Like he always has a really good role in every movie that he's in.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's really cool. I did watch The Wildlife, I think a couple years ago with Myra, and that was wasn't it a pseudo sequel to Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Yeah, because it's written by Cameron Crowe. I love The Wildlife. I mean, that movie is one of the most underrated kind of teen coming of age movies.
Yeah, no, I actually really did as well. I was expecting to enjoy it, but I wasn't expecting to love it as much as I did. And I mean, I only watched it that once, but I kind of feel like I need a rewatch of it because I did very much enjoy it, especially Chris Penn. I liked Chris Penn in it. Sort of my connection to Chris Penn is always Reservoir Dogs, what I first think of, and he's kind of he's heavy in that movie, and I forget. And of course, I'd seen Footloose and everything as a kid and everything, but I forget that Chris Penn was a hunky strong boy back in the day.
Yeah, wasn't he in Vision Quest also? I think he was in Vision Quest too.
Well, he was in the one that we love that I cried during.
Well, Best of the Best.
Best of the Best. Yeah, he was in Best of the Best and Footloose and everything, but he's really kind of ripped in Wildlife though.
Yeah. I'm thinking of All the Right Moves because he's in All the Right Moves.
Yeah, I watched that with Myra during quarantine as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you've never seen At Close Range, he's got a small role in that. He's really good in that. He obviously thickened up as he got older, but what he did back in the 80s is fantastic. So yeah, I love me some Chris Penn.
Yeah, and, he's not in this movie, but he was actually originally supposed to play Kevin the Nerd, that character, the friend of Otto.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, but Alex Cox said he didn't bring the right energy to it. It was too much comedy, and he wanted that character to be more straight, there's not a lot of jokes with Kevin the Nerd, although I actually do like that character.
No, he's like the butt of the jokes, I guess.
Exactly,
Yeah.
And I don't think Chris Penn really works as the butt of a joke.
No, he's kind of got too much main character energy.
Yeah.
But I will say that if you guys are listening to us going, oh, I love The Wildlife, yeah, you should definitely cover that movie on your show, and you want to be an executive producer or producer of our show and pick that film for us, go to patreon.com/podcastingafterdark and sign up today, just like Robert Ortiz did on his birthday for the Repo Man.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many great movies out there that we're going to get to eventually because we plan on doing this podcast probably until the day we die. So, but anyways, Zach, we got a lot of cool character actors to talk about and everything, and then a lot of awesome stuff in the movie to talk about. Guys and gals, this movie demands multiple viewing. I pick up on new stuff all the damn time when I watch this film. So if we miss something, that you're like, oh, I love that part, leave us a comment on social media or on Spotify or whatever. Tell us what your favorite moments of the movie was. But it's one of those movies where every single scene has something that I'm engaged with or I want to talk about. But at some point I'm like, okay, we got to still just have a conversation. We still have to move. This can't be a 5-hour episode.
I will say Alex Cox wrote and directed this, and he's actually working on a sequel right now to Repo Man 2, The Wages of Beer. It's in development. Will it get made? Who knows? We shall see. I would not be surprised if it gets made because I think we have a really good chance of that. But he did Sid and Nancy. I think that's another, obviously, another cult film.
Yeah, with Gary Oldman.
Yeah, but he did a Western back in the late 80s called Walker, which stars Ed Harris and Richard Mazur and Renee Auberjonois, the guy from Star Trek, and a who's who. Oh, Peter Boyle, Marley Matlin, Garrett Graham is also in it. If you've never seen Walker, I remember seeing it back in the day. It's cool. It's the description is an unconventional retelling of the life of William Walker, a 19th century American mercenary leader who became the president of Nicaragua.
Oh, that sounds really, really cool. Yeah, I'd like to actually check that out.
yeah, it's his take, I think, kind of on a Western-ish. But yeah, he wrote and directed Repo Man.
Okay. All right. I would really quick want to shout out the cinematographer, Robbie Mueller. He was the cinematographer on Paris, Texas, as well as Dead Man. And apparently, and you're going to obviously get to Harry Dean Stanton, but apparently Harry Dean Stanton was a little bit of a handful on set. And they kind of had a hard time reining him in a little bit until he had a thing for some reason. Him and Robbie Mueller, like Harry Dean Stanton, apparently like really respected Robbie Mueller, even though this was the first time working with him. And once, if something needed to get done, the director kind of asked Robbie to ask Harry Dean Stanton to do it if he was being a little bit, uncooperative. But that makes sense that he would then go on to be the cinematographer of Paris, Texas, which came out the same year, but I think it was filmed right after Repo Man.
I think that's like Wim Wenders and who did that, and then Jim Jarmusch did Dead Man. So
yeah,
very like artsy, avant-garde, if you will.
Exactly.
And yeah, Harry Dean Stanton, look, he's a legend. Where do you start?
Yeah, seriously.
From Aliens and bit parts in movies like Pretty in Pink, to big time roles and films like Alien, right, for example. But like he was in over 300 different projects as an actor. So the guy has just done a lot. He's also a talented musician too. I think Vidiots here in Los Angeles had a show, like a live show one time, and he came and performed on stage doing some music for them. So yeah, the guy's a legend. He was in Fire Down Below with Steven Seagal as well.
Bro, I got to call out one of my favorite roles, Red Dawn. Avenge me!
Yeah, I mean that's iconic, right?
Yeah,
iconic.
But you'd say like probably Alien is his biggest mainstream role.
I'd say so. That and like Pretty in Pink.
Yeah.
But and again, if you've never seen Paris, Texas, that's great. And he's great in Christine. I mean, he's one of the highlights of Christine. He plays the detective in that, kind of out of character for Harry Dean Stanton, but for a John Carpenter movie, it's pretty badass.
Yeah. And then next couple of actors actually have been in Podcasting After Dark movies. Emilio. We saw him in Maximum Overdrive, which I gotta say, as far as like from me growing up and everything, that was probably my favorite role of his. I do love him in this, although sometimes I think Otto is a bit of a douchebag, but at the same
totally.
But there's something boyish likability. There's a boyish charm to him that works, that offsets Otto's douchebaggery, that I think having like another person playing Otto would have came off a lot worse.
Yeah, Otto, I think, is what framed a lot of young, impressionable boys to be like. So a little bit of advice for you young people listening. Don't be like Otto. Don't
just lay there and have your girlfriend service you and not put any work in whatsoever.
Yeah, that kind of tracks with dudes I knew in junior high and high school in the Bay Area. Like, oh, you're just like that scumbag. Anyways, I love Emilio Estevez. My favorite role of his is in That Was Then, This Is Now, which he wrote. I think he might have directed it as well, believe it or not. But if you've never seen that 80s movie, it's with Craig Sheffer.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Emilio as a supporting actor, not a lead actor. That's just... It's like that's how I take my Emilio. But yeah, he was actually, sorry, Chris Kane directed That Was Then, This Is Now, but he wrote the screenplay for That Was Then, This Is Now. Great movie if you've never seen it, if you like 80s teen dramas.
Oh, very cool. And Craig Sheffer, Boone from Nightbreed, right?
Yes, and this was when he was at his hunkiest.
He still always had a big head, though.
Figuratively and literally. Allegedly.
Touche.
Jill Scholen's in that. I talked to Jill Scholen about that when we interviewed her.
Oh, very cool. You also sang on stage with Jill Scholen, and I saw that.
Sure did. That's right.
Tracy Walter, who everybody knows as Bob the Goon, and also Malik from Conan the Destroyer. But we love him as the detective in Out of the Dark.
Yeah, he's great in that. And I think Conan the Destroyer is probably my other favorite role of his.
Yeah.
We should flee.
Yeah, exactly. Olivia Barash, I feel like you know more about her than I do.
Well, we know her from Tough Turf. We broke that down, and I covered it on $2 late fee as well. And I had her in studio and did an extensive interview about her and her career. She's a character, and this is one role she holds very near and dear to her heart. She told me stories about hanging out in Alex Cox's garage in Venice, listening to punk music when they were getting ready to make this movie. You can listen to that whole interview. It's actually on YouTube as well. Hit the subscribe button while you're at it. But yeah, Olivia Barash, she's a trip. She's she's lived a pretty interesting life. She's had a really rough past year or so. She had a stroke, and she's kind of on hard times. If you go to her Instagram or social media pages, there's more information about it there. If you're like, oh, how's she doing? Not so good, but which is a shame because she's a really nice person. But yeah, Olivia Barash is great in this, and she's a punk rocker. I think she had a music career. Yeah, she did. She had a music career as well, and she had some creepy fans who loved her in Little House on the Prairie when she was assaulted by a clown.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ, Little House on the Prairie.
Fanboys, people make pictures of her from that.
Oh no. Well, Zach, it is called Rule 34. If it exists, there is porn of it. That's on the internet. Apparently, she originally wanted to play the character of Debbie. And since I'm talking about her, I'll just go over to her really quickly. Jennifer Balgobin, who we've seen before in Cherry 2000, a movie that one day I would like for us to cover on the show. But I do very much enjoy that. I think I have the Kino version, or I don't know who put that out, but I have the Blu-ray.
Kino, yeah.
Yeah, my wife and I watched it within the last couple of years. I actually very much enjoy Cherry 2000. She was also in a movie called Contact, but I kind of didn't really I wouldn't say I remember her from Cherry 2000. When I watched this Repo Man for the first time, I've had the biggest crush on her ever since. That mohawk that she has in this movie, I am just... every time I watch this movie, I'm like, oh my God, Debbie, I am just, you done fucked up, Otto. You done fucked up.
Wow. Yeah, she's really good in this. And I saw Cherry 2000 at a special screening with the director.
Oh, cool.
Steve Desjarnais.
Yeah.
I saw it with Dustin a couple years ago. Anyways, I don't remember. I'll have to revisit it. But yeah, I mean, I love Cherry 2000. I really do love that movie. And she's great in this as well.
Yeah. Let's stick with the other two, punks, and then we'll shoot back over to the Repo Man, because there's so many people we need to talk about. We'll just kind of do it sort of, a little bit quickly. Duke, who's played by Dick Rude, who I think is kind of like a very punky guy in real life and everything. He was in Night of the Comet.
Oh yeah,
and
he's
Sid
been.
And Nancy.
Yeah, he's total punker. Olivia Barash told stories about hanging out with him and Alex Cox in the garage. He's good buddies with Alex Cox.
Yeah, I had that feeling. And the other one, Archie Miguel Sandoval, buddy, I know him as from Seinfeld, the episode titled "The Little Jerry," the one where Kramer gets a rooster to do cockfighting with, and he's the guy that he's sort of going against. And I'm like, oh my God, he does not look like that at all here, because there he's kind of older looking and everything. I'm showing that's how he looks. But now, as Archie, he's fun, man, and he's kind of intimidating too, even though he's a little bit goofy. He's like that. He's the goofy muscle of the group.
Yeah, I love him.
Yeah,
he's a great character actor. He's been in almost 200 different acting projects, everything from Clear and Present Danger to Jurassic Park. He's one of those guys you just recognize automatically. Yeah, and a great character actor.
Yeah. But Zach, let's go back quickly to the Repo Men, who are all named after beers. And so you got Bud, obviously. But Zach, my absolute fucking favorite Repo Man is Light, played by Cy Richardson.
He's awesome.
Who was also, apparently he was in, the Jack Black TV show, Hot Foot and Red Wing. Oh, damn it. What was it called?
We covered it, didn't we?
Yeah, on TV Obscura. It's with Jack Black. Oh, shit. Hold on. I think it was in 2000. Heat Vision and Jack.
Yes, that's right.
It's in that. I couldn't believe it.
That's right. He was. Oh, I love that. If y'all don't know what that is, just look it up on YouTube. You can watch it for free there. He's so good. And he's been in, again, another great character actor. But he was in They Live, and as one of the guys, one of the good guy homeless people, basically, who were going to take down the aliens, and he gets killed.
Yeah.
But he was also, he's been in great movies like Colors. He was in Dead Man Walking, a Wings Hauser film we have not covered yet, but we may cover down the road.
Nice.
He was also in Walker, Sid and Nancy. So he's a regular also of Alex Cox.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
I want to point out Ollie, played by Tom Finnegan, another character actor. He's had small roles in a lot of films that we love, like Roadhouse and your personal favorite, Predator 2.
Yeah, baby.
Ricochet. I got to revisit Ricochet, by the way. I haven't seen that in forever. I remember it being kind of wacky, like an off-kilter action film thriller. So I want to see that again.
Yeah, same. I haven't seen that probably since it first came out on VHS.
Time to rewatch Alien Nation, because he's in that too, and I love Alien Nation, the movie and the TV show.
Same.
Why is that not on Blu-ray, Alien Nation?
I don't know, my man. One of the people that works at the Repo office, Marlene, dude, she was in The Great Silence. She played Pauline.
Yeah, she's like the main character in that.
Yeah, holy shit. And she was cast in this movie because that's Alex Cox's favorite Western.
Really? Interesting.
According to IMDb.
Well, if we broke that movie down as well, I think there's a new Blu-ray or 4K coming out later this year from some studio.
Oh, I love the one we have. The cover art's great on it.
Yeah, the one we have is fantastic. But yeah, go seek that one out. I want to talk about Richard Forangi.
Fucking Prechner. Fuck you, Prechner.
Pletchner. Yeah. This dude's been in Midnight Run, Serpico, Carlito's Way. He's, again, another character actor you recognize right away. He's hilarious.
He really fucking is, man. And he gets shat on so hardcore throughout the entire film.
As he should. I want to talk about Eddie Velez. He plays Napo in this film.
Yeah.
And Eddie Velez is a guy. So shout out to our boy Wayne, our night boy Wayne from Flip City podcast. He always talks about him being in the A-Team. He was a regular cast member on the A-Team towards the tail end of their show.
Yeah.
But he's been he's in movies to this day. But he is a terrific actor. And he was in a movie that it's a little rough around the edges, but I brought it up on I brought it up on an episode of $2 Late Fee. He was in a movie called Split Decisions with Craig Sheffer. It was my Gene Hackman Tales from the Video Store tribute that I paid on $2 Late Fee's Patreon a little while back. Split Decisions, Gene Hackman, Craig Sheffer, Jeff Fahey, Eddie Velez is in that film, and it's really good, and he's really good in it. Y'all should check that one out. He's been in quite a few really good movies in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, no, I liked him in this as well. The other half of the Rodriguez brothers, Del Zamora. He plays his brother basically. He's got like 200, roles and everything. But what really stands out to me is he plays a cop in RoboCop. I remember that, but a lot of the other stuff kind of doesn't really stand out to me, but I recognize him, but I think it's probably RoboCop is what I recognize him from.
Yeah. Again, it's this whole entire cast is like, oh, I know that guy from this and I know that guy from that, or he looks familiar to me. Yeah. He looks familiar to you because you've seen him in a bunch of different things, and they're all very capable people. And it's great to see character actors in a movie get to shine, doing their thing.
Yeah. And then just a couple more really quick. Susan Barnes plays Agent Rodriguez, which is the lady with the cybernetic hand. And again, how amazing. This movie is I feel like every time I watch it, I pick up on something new, but I just love the first time I watched it. It was just something new came at me every single like scene or something. It's like, I know who would told me that, like, oh, there's also gonna be a lady with a cybernetic hand in this? Like, what the hell? It's so cool. It's so awesome. She was also had a small role, I think, as one of the good guys in They Live.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I do want to call out Fox Harris, who plays J. Frank Parnell, the the lobotomized and irradiated scientist that's driving the Malibu car, the one that everyone's searching for. I just saw him recently because I just rewatched Forbidden World, and he plays like a doctor in that.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, he's great in this.
Yeah, and apparently the actor did not know how to drive. And that's why whenever he's driving, it's always a stunt double, like a body double. And they didn't know when they hired him that he didn't know how to drive. And so he actually crashed the Malibu into a gas station. And it's when he goes to get the car wash, you can apparently see one of the gas pumps is dented, and that's where he hit it on the first take. And then they so then they had to start getting someone else to drive for him because the actor, he apparently did not know how to drive. But also, I guess Alex Cox had a bunch of crazy jobs, which I think one of them was working as a repo man, which is where he got a lot of the inspiration for this movie. But he also like worked as like, a car valet in Hollywood. So apparently Fox Harris was always super nice to him. Like when a lot of other people were kind of, condescending and whatnot, he was apparently always super nice to him. So he went out of his way to hire him for this. But he was also in Sid and Nancy as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's like a regular Alex Cox, regular in his projects.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to call out one more, Biff Yeager. Biff Yeager plays one of the agents in this movie. And if you don't, that name sounds familiar. It's because you've seen him in a million things. He actually was just on the newest Night Court reboot. But he's in Girls Just Want to Have Fun. That's my wife's favorite movie, so I had to shout him out.
That's great. Well, apparently Jimmy Buffett was one of the blonde agents as well, but I could not figure out where he was. Him. Yeah, I don't really know what he looks like in 1984, but there's going to be two more people that we're going to call it in the body of the of the breakdown that we'll save for that, but this movie is just chock full of character actors and, oh yeah, that person, oh that guy, and and awesome fun stuff around every corner. So Zach, you ready to get into Repo Man?
Let's do it.
Let's get intense.
Meet Otto. He's a clean-cut kid in a dirty business. He repossesses cars. He's a repo man.
You gonna give me my car back, or do I gotta go to your house and shove your dog's head down the toilet?
His mission is to repossess a '64 Chevy, but hidden within its trunk.
What you got in the trunk?
You don't want to look in there.
Is the most important discovery in the history of our planet. Repo Man. It's a mystery.
Suppose you're thinking about a plate of shrimp. Suddenly somebody will say like plate or shrimp or plate of shrimp out of the blue, no explanation.
It's a comedy.
What are you doing? Don't do that!
It's a chase. It's the forces of law.
Marlene, I'm on my coffee break.
Against the representatives of discontented youth. Against the finest minds in government.
I had a lobotomy in the end.
Lobotomy? Isn't that for loonies?
Not at all.
And they're all in pursuit of a '64 Chevy Malibu from who knows where.
Blam! Eyes melt, skin explodes, everybody dead.
Repo Man. The story of the ultimate repossession. Repo Man. Not just a job, it's an adventure.
The movie opens with the song Repo Man by Iggy Pop playing over the credits. Apparently, Alex Cox basically went to his apartment and pitched the like doing a song for the movie. And apparently it was during a point in time where I think Iggy Pop's career was a little bit low, going through a little bit of a slump. And I think Iggy Pop is on record in saying that, like, Alex Cox can let him, you do whatever you want, man. Like, I think he told him the idea for the movie. He's like, you can make the song however you want. And apparently Iggy Pop was very appreciative that he allowed him carte blanche to do whatever the hell he wanted with the song.
Used to listen to that song on repeat back in the day. So stop, rewind, play again.
I'm not the biggest Iggy Pop fan. I'm not a big punk fan growing up back in the day. As far as his catalog of work, is this song representational of his stuff?
Yeah, I think so. You can listen to Iggy and the Stooges, and Lust for Life, for example, is probably what is his most popular one. But yeah, this is up there.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Okay. Cut to a 1964 Chevy Malibu driving erratically through the Mojave Desert by J. Frank Parnell. A police officer pulls him over and asks for the keys to inspect the trunk. When the officer opens it, there's a blinding flash of light, and he's instantly vaporized, leaving only his boots behind. Now, I've heard tell, Zach, that in Pulp Fiction, when Vince and Jules go to get that briefcase and they open it up and they just see the ray of light, I've heard that Quentin Tarantino was doing an homage to Repo Man with that.
Well, I thought the homage was for Kiss Me Deadly, which is a noir movie from the 50s, I think.
Okay.
So
that's what Pulp Fiction was making an homage to that?
Yes. But
okay.
I think it's, knowing Tarantino, he probably paid an homage to both of these movies. I think this Repo Man's paying an homage to Kiss Me Deadly.
Okay. Oh, okay. So that's the sort of the lineage there.
Yeah, because the briefcase in Kiss Me Deadly vaporizes everyone.
Oh, okay. I need to see that.
Oh yeah, you do. It's wild because you think it's just this regular noir film and suddenly it gets really sci-fi.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, editor Corey, when he edits this, will go and add that to his Letterboxd watch list. That sounds. I've heard of it before. Maybe you.
It's great.
Okay.
I've seen it a handful of times. So
okay.
Good.
All right. And by the way, I do love the flash to skeleton. Obviously, Zach, it reminds me of The Day After, which we just covered on TV Obscura last month.
It's the flip side on a silly tip versus depression setting in and thinking the world's going to end.
Jesus. Guys and gals, go and listen to that episode. We try to make it as fun as possible, but we, all three of us, you, me, and Diallo, we were traumatized all over again.
Wait till next month on 80s Kids Unite when we talk about the Challenger explosion.
Yep.
Spoiler!
Oh boy, 2026 is a wild year so far.
Oh boy, oh shivets.
Cut to LA as young punk rocker Otto Maddox is getting fired from his job as a supermarket store clerk. He goes out in such spectacular style that his coworker, Kevin the Nerd, gets fired too. Later at a house party, his girlfriend Debbie leaves him for his best friend Duke. And can you blame her? Because again, during the sex scene, he's just laying there and expecting her to service him. Zach, is that how you and Kristen make love?
Wow, I did not expect you to go there.
So that's a yes.
I'm a giver, not a getter.
Well, then you would have liked the cut scene. So on the Blu-ray, on the Criterion Blu-ray, an alternate take of this scene is that he actually walks in on Archie going down on Debbie, but she's nude. And I'm like, story-wise, Duke's the one that kind of needs to be with her, but like, but I wanted to see her nude.
Did you enjoy that?
Not very much so. While during the slam dance scene, Coup d'etat by the Circle Jerks is playing while everyone is slam dancing.
What do you think of Circle Jerks?
It's not my cup of tea, man. It's not. And both in the real world, both as the band and in the real world, I never understood groups of guys that jerked off together.
That's clearly repressed something.
I never got that.
What is wrong with people? What is wrong with people?
Lead poisoning, microplastics, and everything else, I think.
Oh God.
Did you ever do slam dancing back in the day?
No, but there was a movie with Virginia Madsen and Tom Hulce called Slam Dance,
Oh, okay.
which I think I watched back in the day, but it was like there was a moment for it. There's also 2 Lambada movies that came out the same year, so I don't know what the hell. Like, the producers are like, "Oh, this is gonna be great. We'll make a movie about slam dancing."
Yeah, right. Like this is the newest craze right here. But then there's also breaking, so it's like I feel like producers are always in on what's the new dance craze. All right, we got to go make a movie about that.
I am gonna do an episode on $2 late fee because I love to do lesser known.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a top 3 lesser known dance movies from the 80s.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we're gonna do it, and that I'm sure. Breaking probably that's not lesser known,
No.
but man, Slam Dance could be.
It's funny because, it goes to a conversation that you and I have had many, many times. And I think if you talk to anybody in the early 90s, any Joe Schmo in the 90s, like, do you ever see a movie Breakin'? They'd be like, no, I never heard of it. But now, because of like social media and stuff, a lot of movies that were once cult are a little bit less culty now. I'd still say that's kind of in the cult realm, but I think a lot more people know about Breakin' now than they did back then.
I agree. Definitely not Slam Dance though.
Never heard of it. And you know what? I think the fact that JCVD is doing that goofy dance in Breakin' is why a lot of people who've never seen Breakin' know it.
Well, think about it. I know we're deviating a little bit, but if you go back and look at that scene, he stands out like a sore thumb because he was just supposed to show up and be a background dancer, and he is really like mugging for the camera.
What'd you say about Chris Penn? Jean-Claude Van Damme is all main character energy.
I'm on board with that. Good for him. Good for him.
Hell yeah,
Good for him.
dude.
You ever see Lambada?
No. I'm not gonna watch dancing movies as a kid. What are you talking about?
I don't know. Whatever.
Is there any sex in it?
No, it's PG-13.
Oh, fuck that. I'm like Bodie, man. Once I went rated R, I never went back. Who cares?
Sure. Slam Dance. You'll like Slam Dance then.
Okay. Hey now. Depressed and broke, Otto is wandering the streets of East LA while singing TV Party by Black Flag when a man named Bud drives up and offers him $25 to drive a car out of the neighborhood, supposedly for his wife. And I like how immediately Otto assumes it's for a blowjob.
I mean, it's 2026. I think the same can be said nowadays.
Yeah, right? If you just offer someone walking down the street $25, yeah.
Look, it's Hugh Grant driving that car. Remember that? Everybody?
Yep, sure do. After fending off the real owner, Otto follows Bud to the Helping Hand Acceptance Corporation, where he learns the car he drove was being repossessed. Otto refuses to join Bud as a repo man and punctuates his point by pouring out a beer Ollie gave him onto the office floor. I mean, he's a punk, baby.
I've had so many negative interactions with people with this attitude where they like come in your house and suddenly they just turn into an asshole. And you're like, what are you doing? Get out of my house. No, don't act like that. Get out. So I like on one hand, I'm like, I like his rebellious attitude. And the other hand, I'm like, this kid needs to be smacked around. Harry Dean Stanton should have smacked him in the face.
He should have. He definitely should have. And he definitely wanted to.
You don't do that. I remember, like, don't tell me what to do. Like, okay, society has rules.
This is from Seinfeld. We live in a society.
Go live on a mountain with a bunch of goats and you could do whatever the hell you want. But if you're living in society, don't be like Otto in this way.
Right. And I do love how Light just walks in and doesn't even look at Otto. And he just asks if someone pissed on the floor again.
Yeah,
like that happens all the time.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure it does. They're in like bondsmen,
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
I gotta pay my thing. Don't piss on the floor.
Go pee outside, for God's sakes.
Circle jerk.
But Marlene does pay Otto for the job and says he's already a repo man. As Otto leaves, he runs into Miller, who's going through the car Otto just brought in. Miller hands him the air freshener that was inside and says, "You'll find one in every car. You'll see." Oh, man.
You ever do that? You ever have one of those in your car?
I mean, I've had air fresheners in my car, but by the 90s, the tree looking ones are so cliche that like you bought like, fun ones by that point, like thematic ones, I guess.
You ever have the one, it's like a can and you peel it back and it's like a jelly?
Yeah.
And
yeah,
it's brutal.
No, I know. I don't do
What'd
them
you
now.
rather have? Rather have really bad body odor in a car with somebody, or really bad deodorant, or really bad like cologne scent in a car with somebody?
I
Would you rather?
guess cologne scent, because body odor is gross, like
Yeah,
I thought you were going to say body odor or bad breath. And in that case, I'd probably go body odor, because bad breath is gross because you're breathing their particles.
Well, let's do F, marry, kill.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd marry the deodorizer.
Yeah, the colonizer.
Oh God, you'd have to either F the.
You'd fuck the
bad
body
breath.
odor. You'd fuck the body odor, and you'd kill the bad breath.
Oh,
Oh God.
oh God, hot.
Disgusting.
Oh
Shit.
here we go. Robert, how about you? F, marry, kill.
Yeah, F, marry, kill. Leave it in the comments,
Please.
So cut back to the Mojave Desert, and a special government unit led by a lady with a bedazzled metal hand examining the crime scene where the police officer was vaporized. When a fellow officer asks her what killed him, she just says, "It happens all the time. People just explode. Natural causes." So, Zach, that officer, that gentleman, his name is David Chung, and we saw him in Ninja 3: The Domination. He plays the evil ninja in that film.
Right. We were literally just talking about ninjas on Tales from the Video Store, the Patreon show I do on $2 late fee, and Corey and I.
We just recorded it this morning.
Yeah, you're going to be there, Wayne. We love you. It's just he had an outage. Anyways, yeah, just talking about him. Wow, what a trip.
I know. I love that movie, by the way.
Me too. That's probably one of my favorite all-time just like cult movies. But I want to say that this movie idea also lives in the same universe as like Night of the Comet. As much as like maybe I don't like that movie as much as everyone else seems to like it, because I know people like love Night of the Comet, and that's all good.
Yeah.
But I think this lives in that same universe of like just wacky characters doing random shit, and then like she's got her metal hand. And you're like, this is awesome.
Yeah, this movie very much feels like a comic book come to life.
Yeah. I would love to see a comic book artist do like comic book adaptations of cult movies like this. That would be really cool.
Yeah, I totally agree. That goes with the whole trend that's happening of these old cult movies like Shredder Orpheus getting novelizations by people like our pal David Irons, who did the novelization for that film. But they're taking these old cult films and making novelizations of them. I would love to see a comic book adaptation of Repo Man. I think that'd be slick as hell.
Yeah, I agree. And go out and order Shredder Orpheus while you're at it by David Irons. Go get the novelization.
Yeah.
Wait till you hear that interview. It's not like one of those interviews where you're like, oh, who's this guy? I don't know if I'm going to be into this. Then you listen to it and you go, whoa, that was cool.
Yeah, we had a really good time with that interview, and I highly recommend Shredder Orpheus. I don't know if we'll technically ever bring it to the show unless someone wants us to, but it is a cool ass movie, and I think Vinegar Syndrome just put out a Blu-ray for it, so I do plan on picking it up. But yeah, it's a cool movie. Not quite a pad film, but it definitely lives with Repo Man. Right, could sit on the shelf right there with Repo Man.
Yeah, it's going to get some love on $2 late fee in May. That's when that interview will drop. We'll drop that one in May.
Yeah, it's going to be a simultaneous pad and $2 late fee drop.
Yeah.
Later that night, Otto goes to visit his parents. After learning they've donated the money they promised him for graduating college to a televangelist, he takes the repo job.
His parents are hilarious. The scene is so funny. Just loser parents. It's it's so quintessential 80s.
Yeah, it's so weird. And they're not the same, but like Zach, us making a comparison, if this movie's a love letter to DTLA and maybe East LA, and Valley Girl is a love letter to the Valley, her parents in Valley Girl were also a little bit quirky too. They much more fleshed out than this, much more better parents than this, but they also it's interesting that both of these movies also feature extremely quirky parents.
Yeah, if y'all think our parents, our generation's parents were like stunted. The generation before that's even worse.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
as far as just like tuned out.
Yeah.
That's what political strife and war does to you. Whoo, boy, what's going to happen when these kids have kids?
Yeah, who the hell knows?
Wow.
Also, so cut scenes from the movie that I watched. There is a scene later where Otto comes back towards the end of the film, and they are still watching TV, and they have cobwebs on them. And he turns the TV off, and they kind of look at him. So they're not dead. They just haven't really moved or anything. And then there's also a cut scene where apparently, during the whole movie, he's actually still living with them, but he actually sleeps in the garage on the floor next to a car. But they even the director doesn't know why, but he speculates maybe he has a sibling that's sleeping in his room or something, but he just sleeps in his in the garage, his parents' garage.
I mean, I slept in a bathtub for a while, so.
Yeah, and you turned out just fine.
Sure did.
Cut to Otto learning the ropes from his new mentor, Bud.
Learning the ropes.
The older was that the show with
Lyle Alzado?
Yeah. God, I loved that show. We had to cover Destroyer one of these days.
Yeah, we will.
The older Repo Man imparts all sorts of wisdom onto Otto throughout the course of the movie, but right now he's telling Otto how to dress. Now, Zach, before I play the clip of this scene and everything, I gotta say, bro, they are driving by the Orpheum Theater in downtown LA. That means they are on Broadway between 9th and 8th Street. I used to live on 6th and Spring, and Spring Street is 1 block east of Broadway. So I was that's like 2 blocks away from me. And I love this, man. I love downtown LA, and I love seeing it. It is a lot more grungy back in 84 than when I lived there in, the late aughts, when the DTLA boom was happening. That bubble's kind of burst now, apparently. But I moved in there, Zach, at the beginning of that boom when DTLA was the hottest place to live, and I was 1 block away from Skid Row, bro.
Yeah, you don't want to go down there now.
No.
Skid Row is like, you may not come back alive.
Yeah. No,
a guy shot his balls off.
I mean, I'm sure that's happened multiple times.
But like, we had friends visiting, and they're like, "Did you hear about the guy that shot his balls off?" I'm like, "No, I didn't, but it doesn't surprise me."
Did you ever, when you moved to LA, I guess there was probably no reason. Where did you party when you moved to LA? Where was your preferred spot?
All over the place. But I would go to I'd go to the swingers type, not the movie guys, not the.
Yeah, I know. I know what you meant.
But I'd go to Sunset Strip and what is it? The Standard Hotel, right? That was.
Oh yeah, that was a big one. Well, that's in downtown LA. Or did you go to the one in Hollywood?
I went to both.
Okay.
And yeah, so cool. Like going to those high-rise hotels and sitting by the pool having a drink and maxing out your credit card and telling everybody, "Oh, you can pay me later," and they never pay you back, and that's why you're in debt. Good times.
Yeah, guys and gals.
It's not what it's cracked up to be.
Guys and gals, no one has any fucking money in Hollywood.
No
one.
Dude, I had actor friends who were like, "Can I write you a check?" And I'm like, "Really?" No, yeah, that cool, man. And they never do.
Should I just tear it up now? Because it's going to bounce anyways.
God, can I write you a check?
Oh, shit.
So how much do I get paid? $25 a car?
Paid? You don't get paid. You kidding? You work on commission. That's better than being paid. Most cars you rip are worth $200 or $300. $50,000 Porsche might make you $5,000.
Come on, dickhead.
It helps if you dress like a detective, too. Detectives dress kind of square. People think this guy's a cop. You're gonna think you're packing something. They don't fuck with you so much.
Are you?
What?
Packing something.
An asshole gets killed for a car. Guys that make it are the guys that get in their cars at any time. Get in at 3 a.m., get up at 4. That's why there ain't a repo man I know that don't take speed.
Speed, huh?
And I love how we cut to Otto and Bud snorting speed in the front seat of Bud's car at night. Bud continues to impart Repo Man wisdom onto his protege. Before we get into that, Zach, you ever do speed in the front seat of your car?
No, not since breakfast.
There you go.
They call that Adderall now.
Yes, they do. Yes,
and you can
do.
get it pretty easily from a doctor. Just having a hard time focusing. I know so many people that take Adderall that don't need it, but they're like, helps me focus.
Dude, so I won't name her, but someone I dated back in the day when I lived in Santa Monica, you know her. She was a grad student, and Adderall went around, man, and you could make good, like they sold them for like $25 a pill. And I procured one once, and I did like half of it. And bro, it was the most productive I ever was in my entire life for one whole day. I built like 5 websites. It was amazing. I was unstoppable.
Yep. I mean, beep, boop, boop, boop. Hey, Doc.
Jesus Christ. I never broke into a car, never hotwired a car, kid. I never broke into a trunk. I shall not cause harm to any vehicle nor the personal contents thereof, nor through inaction let that vehicle or the personal contents thereof come to harm. It's what I call the repo code, kid. Don't forget it. Etch it in your brain. Not many people got a code to live by anymore. Hey, look at that. Look at those assholes over there. Ordinary fucking people. I hate them.
Me too.
What do you know, kid? See, an ordinary person spends his life avoiding tense situations. Repo Man spends his life getting into tense situations.
Then we followed up with
Assholes.
Wolfram and Mike.
Let's go get a drink. Tense situations, kid. Get into 5 or 6 of them a day don't mean shit anymore. I mean, I've seen men stabbed. Didn't mean shit. You know, I've seen guns too. They don't mean shit. But that's when you gotta watch yourself. Here, I'll handle it, pal. Try to settle down. Okay. Have a nice day. Or night. Night, day, doesn't mean shit.
Zach, I love that Bud and Otto leave the liquor store and we see it's actually getting robbed by Duke, Debbie, and Archie.
Yeah, this will be a reoccurring joke.
Yeah, yes, it will. We see J. Frank Parnell driving the 1964 Chevy Malibu into Los Angeles at night. Not actually the actor driving because he can't drive.
Right. It's like Christopher Lambert doing swordplay because he can't see, but he actually did swordplay, and which freaked out his co-stars.
Does that just mean he's an awesome like swordsman because he basically does it blind?
Yes.
So he just practices it to the point where he just has it memorized.
I guess so. I'd love to get him on one of our shows or something.
Yeah, hell yeah. And we also talked about it on the Tales from the Video Store that we recorded today. But Zach does have the 90s ninja movie The Hunted with Christopher Lambert in it in his stack for us to cover on the show one of these days.
One of these days. And we will talk about Fortress. And
Fortress, baby. Well, I feel like we're going to do a Stuart Gordon tour de force one of these days.
We will. For those of you that are not Patreon members, we have a show called Tour de Force, where we've covered everybody from John Carpenter and Don Coscarelli and now William Lustig. And we're moving into a Larry Cohen very soon. And very excited about that. If you sign up today, patreon.com/podcastingafterdark, you can listen to those episodes. They are so good. We discuss the filmography of these very impressionable directors that we love.
Yeah, we go through each film one by one every month and in order that they came out. So we kind of look at their filmography as a whole, piece by piece, and how the director evolves over time or devolves in some cases. We're moving into another big, long one with Larry Cohen.
You heard it here, folks.
A big
long one.
I knew you were going to say that. The next morning, Bud and Otto are joyriding down the LA River when they get into a high-speed chase with rival repo men, the Rodriguez brothers. When it's over, Otto says that was intense. Bud says a repo man is always intense, and they go get a drink. Dude, the LA River, man.
Have you ever gone down the LA River?
No, but I mean, I've seen it in a shit ton of movies. We saw it in Them and everything. It's where the ants were. But yet, have you ever been down there?
I've never been down there. I've always been curious. Apparently, you can take a canoe trip through the LA River. Not sure if I want to do that, but it does look like an interesting time. Think about so many movies that are shot in that area at the LA River. That's over near the 6th Street Bridge near Boyle Heights. That bridge is iconic. It's so beautiful now. They redid it. It like with these big arches. It's an amazing location. They shut it down for a little while because people were drifting on the road and like tearing up the road. But it is gorgeous there, and that whole district now is like an arts district.
Okay.
So it's really funky. In fact, they shoot a lot of movies and television down there too. But yeah, super cool. It's super nostalgic to see it in this. And I love the Rodriguez brothers. I think the Rodriguez brothers are like, they're two of my favorite characters in this movie.
Because you meet them through the eyes of Bud, and he doesn't like them. So you kind of don't like them. But then you find out at the end of the movie, they're actually not really bad guys.
No, I agree.
That's kind of cool. A little bait and switch.
Character arc, sort of?
Sort of, maybe. I mean, yeah, why not?
Maybe they were always good. We
just didn't know it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Later, Otto continues his training with my favorite Repo Man, Light. Unfortunately, Otto gets maced by the owner of the car he's trying to repossess, and Light leaves him in the street as he gives chase. I love how he just speeds off, and Otto's just standing there like, Light! He can't see, he's just walking around the intersection.
This is what makes this movie rule. Like, certain scenes like this are just so entertaining.
Oh, it's so fucking good. And just, I love fucking Light. And he's got some, like, 2 more amazing scenes in this movie, and they kind of like, they each get better and better.
Yeah.
Thankfully, the next job works out a bit better, and Otto successfully repossesses a red Cadillac. As he's driving it back to the lot and listening to Pablo Picasso by the Burning Sensations, Otto sees a woman named Layla running down the street. He yells if she needs a ride, acting all cool, but then crashes the car into some trash cans in the road. An old lady tells Otto to pick up the trash he knocked over, but the punk kid just laughs and asks Layla if she still wants the ride. And I do think it's funny how Layla's standing behind the old lady, so he's like, do you still want the ride? And she's like, no. But, you know, she thinks he's talking to him. Layla's like, sure, gets in the car.
Yeah, this is the part where, like, this is funny. Just Otto's just like a goofy guy at this point.
And when the lady says pick up the trash, and he's like, what? No, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. It reminds me in the Burbs when they go through the Clopix trash. Just leave it on the street whole movie.
Oh, Bruce
The garbage men are like, we can't pick that up.
Oh, God.
What kind of name is Klopek? Slavic? Slavic?
Oh, my God. Oh, God. So good.
I love that movie even more now because I showed Bodie that movie, and he loved Bruce Dern was his favorite character.
Oh my God, Bruce Dern is the best character in the movie.
He's the best.
He is the best. I fucking love that movie. I watched that in the summertime, so it's about time for a rewatch there.
Yeah, when he walks up the stairs and steps in,
his foot goes right through it, dude. That is one of my it's one of my favorite comedic moments in actually any movie in the world. Like, it's up there with, like, you know, anything from Fletch, you know. I fucking love it, dude. I love it.
God, so good.
Oh man, Fletch. Oh, Fletch when he's in there with the autopsy and all the instruments fall over. He's like, I'll get it. He's just like dying, about to pass
Have you ever
out.
seen a spleen like this? Since breakfast.
Oh God. All right. Now, I mean, you know, like, Repo Man is like a dark comedy though. Like, there is a lot of comedy to Repo Man.
It's comedy.
Yeah, it's definitely a comedy.
Yes.
Comedy, action, sci-fi.
Totally. In the same, like, spirit as Heathers and, you know, all these great kind of dark comedies.
Heathers. I love my dead gay son. Great movie too, man.
I know.
Oh, shit.
Sit and spin.
Oh, shit. All right. Otto drives Layla to her workplace, the United Fruitcake Outlet. On the way, she shows him a picture of 4 dead aliens that she says are in the trunk of a Chevy Malibu. She says they are dangerous due to the radiation they emit. Otto asks Layla how she knows all this, and she says she's part of a secret network. There's a scientist who's also in their secret sect who smuggled the alien corpses off an Air Force base in the desert and has them in the trunk of his car. When Otto drops Layla off, he asks if she wants to go out with him. She declines, and he becomes like a real fucking dick. He even says like chicks pay me to go out with them, but like somehow that turns her on, and they wind up like fucking hooking up in the car.
Because this is what killed me as a kid. Because I'm like, this is how you get a girlfriend, by being a jerk to him.
He immediately becomes an asshole the moment she's like, no, like, thanks for the ride. Like, she's still being nice, and he's like, grabs her shit, and he's like, here, fuck it, get out of here. It's like, how the hell does that turn her on?
Once you're in a long-term relationship, you pull shit like that, and your partner's like, fuck you.
Yeah. If I did that to Myra, she'd fucking kick my ass.
That only works for so long until the person you're with is like, is this really what I want to be with?
Right?
No,
not at all. Not at all.
Nice guys.
Not gonna lie, I think Olivia Barash's lisp is kind of cute though.
She's great. I mean, I loved her in Tough Turf. Like, this is peak Olivia Barash for me.
I think Tough Turf was your second movie you brought to the table.
I did.
And so we watched that like 7 years ago. And a lot of these episodes, sadly, are not even on like our Spotify feed anymore, because I think it can only hold like 300, and we're like at 350 or something. So we are talking about like revisiting a lot of these movies. We want a fresh take, so it'll probably be with somebody like Luna or whatever. And I really want her to watch Tough Turf with us and revisit Tough Turf. But Zach, I don't remember her in it, mainly because I had such a crush on what's her name?
Kim Richards?
Yeah, my God, she really stood out to me in her crazy long hair. But who was Olivia Barash in it?
She was her BFF. She was Robert Downey Jr.'s girl in it. And definitely, her right hand.
Okay. She was the other main girl in it.
Yeah. And she's great in Tough Turf. And Tough Turf is fantastic. I love that movie. I love it so much. David Irons, who wrote Shredder Orpheus, and you should all get that. And just like you should get Robert Ortiz's book as well. Just get support all our friends who are writers if you can. And but David Irons loves the novelization of Tough Turf.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if there's a novelization of Repo Man.
Interesting. I know there's a whole world. I mean, I know that novelizations exist, but I know there's a whole like fandom for novelizations of movies, because like it'll bring different takes to the table, and you'll like get insight into the characters. Apparently, I watched Inseminoid a couple months ago, and I was not very impressed by it. But our pal Dan Parker, who does the posters, he said that the novelization of Inseminoid is a fan favorite of people's, and it's so much better than the movie itself.
Wow, that's blowing my mind.
Right? Hey everybody, Corey here. I just want to let you know that we'll be right back after these short messages.
Hey everybody, I'm Tim.
And I'm Dean.
And we're the hosts of Talking Back. We're a retro-based podcast covering movies, comics, video games, and more.
Check us out every Monday, where we hit the rewind button and dig into some of our favorite content from the past. We like to keep things fun, lighthearted, and informative.
Do you feel like you need more nostalgia in your life? Then check out Talking Back. We're available everywhere podcasts are found.
Have you been wondering where's the beef? Well, on our podcast, Throwback Trivia Takedown, you might just find that out, as well as some other things about the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
We're a nostalgic-based trivia show that pits two challengers head-to-head in a duel of the decades, with categories ranging from movies, TV and music, to slang, food, and fashion. You're sure to get the best in retro-themed trivia.
So strap on your jelly shoes, grab a Surge, and walk like an Egyptian to your favorite podcast app and check out Throwback Trivia Takedown.
I heard even Mikey likes it.
And now, back to the show. Meanwhile, the helping hand is offered a $20,000 bounty notice for the Malibu. Ollie and Marlene can't figure out why the repossession bounty is far above the value of the car, but the money is in escrow, so it's legit. I should have asked you earlier, Zach. Ollie, I know they're all named after beers, What beer is that? I don't.
Is it Olympia beer?
Oh, is it short for Olympia beer?
I guess.
Okay. Oh, because I mean, light being called light, that's not really a beer's name. It's just we know like Bud Light and everything.
I mean, that's my only guess. It's Olympia.
Okay. All right. So Zach, I always find this interesting. So for 1984, $20,000 now is almost $63,000.
I mean, you can do a lot with that.
It's more than $500,000, dude. That's crazy.
I mean, no wonder everyone's freaking out about it.
It does put things into perspective, right?
Yeah, it does.
So while that's all happening, Otto grabs a paper and sees the picture of the 4 dead aliens Layla showed him on the front page. The headline reads, ETs will land any day now. And he's kind of like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Cut to another training session with Light. They boost a 71 Pontiac Trans Am, and as they are driving down the road, Light asks Otto if he read the book he gave him called Diuretics, The Science of Matter Over Mind. This book will change Otto's life. He knows this because he found it in a Maserati in Beverly Hills. And the Diuretics, it's supposed to be, an homage. Dianetics, exactly. But did you notice that when they're driving that Pontiac Trans Am, like there's like presents in the car that they're just tossing out the window, and like one of the presents gets run over and it has like stacks of cash in it.
Yes.
And Light is talking to he's just talking, and he's talking about how he like had this opportunity to manage this band, and he's like, nah, but fuck that, like I'm not into that. Like, dude, I love his character so fucking much.
Yeah, it's such a hilarious moment because you're like, what is going on? It's so absurd, but that's what, again, makes this movie rule. Because as a kid, I would watch that moment. I'm like, what? Rewind that again. What's going on?
Like, what's happening there?
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, Light is African American, and when I worked at the video store, Big Wolf, a couple of my coworkers that I work with, like the night shift and everything, were older black men, and I was like, the age difference was like about the same here, and I got different wisdom imparted upon me in the same sort of manner, and maybe that's why I like Light so much, but because I had my own sort of older black gentleman mentors when I was younger. This isn't racist, is it?
No, it's not. I'm reflecting on my
your black mentors.
I can't even tell you.
At Video Man?
Oh no, when I was working at an auto body shop.
Oh, that's a whole different story there. They get a little bit more crass, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. I can't. You all want to hear the stories I have about that? Go to our Patreon and
we'll talk about a wrap up after dark this month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Woo.
All right. I'll note that when I'm editing this, and we're going to talk about that. On
I
wrap
was
up.
the punk kid with. Oh yeah. I had a whole bevy of quote unquote mentors at my auto body shop.
Oh boy, knowing you,
take you under my wing, sack of shit.
Oh no, mine were actually cool. Mine were nice and cool.
Mine were interesting.
Okay. All right, we'll get into it.
Sure.
Oh, but it's funny because, he's talking about the book, and cut to Otto and Miller standing by the train tracks. Like they're just tossing shit in like, a metal trash can that's, on fire, and they're just tossing stuff into it. And Otto just tosses the Diuretics book in. I love that. It's like, fuck it, whatever.
Did they still have big billboards in downtown in Hollywood of Scientology? And
of course.
What's the movie that they made with Battleship Earth or Battlefield Earth?
Battlefield Earth, yeah.
There was like a big banner advertising Battlefield Earth, like a book of it or something.
Oh, God.
And like,
Jesus.
Really? This is still a thing?
I think Scientology is waning, but they still have a shit ton of money, so that's why they're still probably trying to pump in into the advertising.
Insane.
Yeah. I do love how Miller is giving Otto his thoughts on aliens and time travel, and I'll insert that clip here.
A lot of people don't realize what's really going on. They view life as a bunch of unconnected incidents and things. They don't realize that there's this, like, lattice of coincidence that lays on top of everything. I'll give you an example, show you what I mean. Suppose you're thinking about a plate of shrimp. Suddenly somebody will say like plate or shrimp or plate of shrimp out of the blue, no explanation. No point in looking for one either. It's all part of a cosmic unconsciousness.
You eat a lot of acid, Miller, back in the hippie days?
I'll give you another instance. You know the way everybody's into weirdness right now? Books in all the supermarkets about Bermuda triangles, UFOs, how the Mayans invented television, that kind of thing.
I don't read them books.
Well, the way I see it, it's exactly the same. There ain't no difference between a flying saucer and a time machine. People get so hung up on specifics, they miss out on seeing the whole thing. Take South America, for example. In South America, thousands of people go missing every year. Nobody knows where they go. Just like disappear. But if you think about it for a minute, you realize something. There had to be a time when there was no people, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, where did all these people come from? I'll tell you where. The future. Where'd all these people disappear to?
The past?
That's right. And how'd they get there?
How the fuck do I know?
Flying saucers. Which are really... Yeah, you got it. Time machines. I think a lot about this kind of stuff. I do my best thinking on the bus. That's how come I don't drive, see?
You don't even know how to drive.
I don't want to know how. I don't want to learn, see? The more you drive, the less intelligent you are.
Honestly, like the stuff that I listen to, guys and gals, Zach and I are podcasters. I don't actually listen to a lot of movie podcasts. I listen to a lot of actually stuff that Miller is talking about here. And so a lot of it, I think I'm Miller in this movie, to be honest with you.
I think you are.
I think I am. But I do like how it ends with like, he goes, I don't want to learn how to drive. The more you drive, the less intelligent you are.
What? Tracks?
Yeah, it does. But yeah, I kind of do believe everything Miller says in this little scene here.
I asked my wife, I'm like, did you listen to our show? No. I listened to New Smart Lists. I'm like, oh, yep, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah, there it is. There it is.
The same with everybody else.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, go give us a 5-star review on Amazon and Apple and
that helps,
Spotify.
y'all.
That helps. Helps, please. Please and thank you. Please and thank you.
How many followers do you have? What? How many listeners do you have?
Who? There was somebody who wouldn't come on the show. Oh, Ready to Retro. Max had somebody, a Power Ranger, wouldn't come on a show because of the amount of listeners or whatever. That's bullshit, by the way. That's absolute bullshit.
It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. So for all you podcasters out there that want to book people on your shows, if people say that to you, forget, you don't need them. Also, do not pay for anybody to come on your show.
Yeah, and that's only happened to like us like once out of how many interviews that we've done, you know?
Right.
Like most of the time, people are actually pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, because honestly, it's free advertising for even if they're not really acting anymore. And, you know, it's stuff that they've done before.
Exactly. I mean, you know, we're probably not going to get Michael Biehn on our show because he's so big now that his podcast is so big that he has like James Cameron on it.
He's got his own thing. It's a terrible title, by the way. His title is terrible.
It was like Beanin' with Bean or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, fooling around or...
At that point, just use your fucking name. The
Come
Michael Biehn
on.
Podcast. That's stupid.
Been there, done that. How about that?
Yeah, there you go.
I just came up with a 10 times better one. Go watch a movie at the New Beverly with your wife.
Yeah.
By the way, side note, so the Martial Art Museum down here in Glendale, they had an Aliens Day today where they showed aliens and had like 5 of the cast members there doing a Q&A and meet and greet.
Well, at the Martial Arts Museum?
Yeah, yes. At 12 noon today, they showed Aliens.
There's no martial arts in Aliens?
No, and who's going to go to that?
I don't know. I mean, I would.
But a Tuesday at 12 o'clock noon?
I would.
Most people are working.
No one works in Los Angeles.
I don't know.
What's wrong with your brain, buddy. And
I'm sure. And
you don't even work. I mean,
no, I know, but I like. But I mean, trust me, I was.
I think I'm more appalled by the fact that it's at a martial arts museum. Like, why there?
So
why not
random.
like at a
So
sci-fi
random.
museum or something?
So random. So random.
What are you talking? No one works in Los Angeles.
But I'm like, oh, you get to meet them and do pictures now because they're gonna set up booths afterwards, and you have to pay for photos and autographs. I'm like, forget all that.
It's all paid. It's all pay to play these days, guys and gals.
It's all about ball bearings
It's
now.
all ball bearings. You know, when you're at work at 12 noon, like coming out of your mouth, that is appalling.
But how are they going to get, like, you're not going to sell that out. No, I'm just blown away by that. I was like, 12 noon on a Tuesday?
You should. I mean, I'm surprised. Like, they don't have like a Big Trouble in Little China reunion. They have an Aliens reunion.
This guy who runs this, it's like, and then he'll go and clap back on people that won't come and support you. Why don't you support my museum?
You got clapped back on, didn't you?
No. He clapped at Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's like, you should support the people that support you. I'm like, wait, what? What?
Oh boy.
That's how you're gonna get big names to your thing? Nope.
Oh. LA.
Been there, done that.
Been there. It is what it is. Myra and I still say that now.
It's a great song.
It's a great song, buddy. It's a great song. Go check out Sure Dude.
That album's coming out later this year.
I better get a copy. I mean, I'll buy it. I'll buy a copy.
Well, I want to do a vinyl pressing, but vinyl.
Lee will get a copy then.
Yep, for sure.
Later that night, we see Marlene showing the Rodriguez brothers the bounty on the Malibu. Oh, they have another awesome, like, loft style, used to be a warehouse, like, apartment. I think we saw one of these in Out of the Dark. We loved it. Just add this one to the ongoing list of 80s movie apartment in LA that I love.
Yeah, me too. I love the Rodriguez car, by the way.
Oh, the convertible, whatever that is.
Yeah, I want that car.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Outside, Bud is yelling at the Rodriguez brothers that he's going to kick their asses. As he's yelling at the building, Marlene throws a wad of paper at him. It's the bounty on the Malibu. I kind of don't understand why Marlene is there as many times as I watched this now. So is it because Ollie showed no interest in the bounty? Is she subletting the bounty out basically to the Rodriguez brothers and she'll get a cut if they get it, essentially?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cut to the lady with the metal hand listening to a bug on Layla's phone. She hears Otto tell her that he has information on the car she's looking for. The next day, Otto meets Layla at her job, which seems to be now a UFO museum or something. And he immediately tries to have sex with her. He even pulls down his pants in her workplace. She slaps him and then goes back to work. And I'm like, Otto's kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah, he is. But he's cute because he's Emilio.
Emilio. He is kind of cute though, not gonna lie. He's good looking. When was Maximum Overdrive? Was that after this?
Yes.
Like 85, I think.
Yeah,
like a year later.
Did like this, that, and Wisdom, and he had a run,
Yeah.
Then he did Young Guns, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, Young Guns!" I'm like,
yeah,
I kind of like Young Guns 2 more than Young Guns 1.
I've watched both of them, but like what really stuck with me, and I know it's a little bit later, was Tombstone. That's where that was my Western of choice.
Yeah, I know.
You're Huckleberry, so. We see Bud talking to the light about the Malibu bounty that he thinks Ollie is keeping from him and what he's going to do with the money. Cut to Parnell pulling into a gas station where Kevin the nerd asks if he wants his car vacuumed. Parnell climbs out of the car and vomits behind a dumpster because he's fucking like has radiation poisoning.
Yeah.
Just then, the Rodriguez brothers pull into the station and take the Malibu while Kevin is distracted. Speaking of radiation poisoning, we know all about that because we saw the Goot get radiation poisoning and lose his hair the day after.
Oh, God.
The Goot! Oh, that was hard. That was probably the worst part of it, was seeing the Goot deteriorate.
I mean, radiation is terrible.
Yeah. And now that we're on the precipice of World War III, we have to worry about it.
Oh, God. No. There's your would you rather. Radiation poison or
the Terminator scenario? Because we might actually get both of them at the same time.
Probably. AI has feelings now, so.
It does. It does. And if it has feelings, that means we're fucked.
If it has feelings, then we're going to die.
Yep. We get a quick scene of Otto trying to repossess a sweet old lady's car. She's played by Helen Martin, a.k.a. Pearl from 227. Did you recognize her?
I did, and it's so funny. Coincidentally, I was listening to a radio the other day, and they were talking about shows from, like, something to do with old television shows, and they said, and I like the show 227. And
227? Fuck you.
Like, who calls it that?
Fuck you. If someone called it to, I would punch you in the face.
I know. It's like, whoa.
Wow.
You gone did wrong, son.
Did
Stoney Jackson
dirty.
was on 227 for a bunch of episodes.
Fuck yeah, he was. Fucking Stoney the man. Her grandson and his friends kick Otto's ass. Back at the lot, Miller patches Otto up by Pletchner and gives him an earful. Light rolls up and tells Otto he needs him for a job, and I love how everyone tells Pletchner to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I love that guy. He reminds me of like a character in like Goodfellas or something that.
Yeah, you know. I think that's the point. Like, but he's like shat on constantly though.
Yeah, I mean for good reason.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit. Fuck you.
Yeah,
fuck you, Pletchner. Cut back to the Rodriguez brothers as they stop for sodas because the car's trunk is hot as hell and they're both sweating their asses off. While they're out of the car, Otto's 3 ex-friends steal it. Oh, cut to my favorite scene of Otto and Light boosting a beautiful 65 Ford Mustang. As Otto, it looks like they're in Echo Park, by the way. As up by Dodger Stadium, somewhere in that area.
Yeah.
As Otto tries to hotwire it, a bullet flies through the window, like right by his head. Kind of reminds me of that scene in Trespass.
Right? Yep.
He crawls out of the car in a panic, but Light just calmly rolls up and starts shooting back at the house with his pistol. He tells Otto to get in and finish the job. I love it. I love how calm Light is. Later, as Otto and Light are sitting in a lot with the 2 cars, Otto is really fucking shaken. He's worried that Light shot the guy in the house. The elder Repo Man says, "So what if I did?" I'm like, I love it. He doesn't give a fuck. Then he shoots the ground by Otto's feet and says, "Blanks get the job done too." I was like, oh, dude, the first time I fucking saw this, I was like, oh my God, that's fucking genius, dude. I mean, it's a stupid thing to do, but it was genius as far as the movie goes.
The blanks?
Well, yeah, just firing blanks at somebody is a stupid thing to do, but
yeah,
it's if you're gonna do that, it's smarter than shooting bullets, I guess.
Go look at Southern Comfort.
Oh, that's right, because they don't have
live ammunition.
Same scenario in Dog Soldiers. They don't have live ammunition in that either.
What's that?
Fuck you.
Never saw that, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's where a bunch of soldiers are doing, practice missions in the woods. It's like Scotland or something.
Yeah.
And it's by the guy who directed The Descent. And
Neil Marshall.
Neil Marshall. And they get attacked by werewolves, but it's the same thing as Southern Comfort because they're just doing practice exercises. They don't actually have bullets in their guns, even though they have guns. And they get fucked up.
Yeah. Same with Southern Comfort.
Yeah. Yeah, that was damn it. Director Walter Hill.
Walter Hill, yeah.
Yeah, that was the movie he did instead of Alien.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, that's wild.
I mean, it's got a cult status, so.
Yeah, it definitely does. I haven't seen it since VHS back in the 80s.
I remember loving it, and then Dustin watched it, and he's like, when's the last time you watched this? And that's his code for saying it's not very good anymore. But
okay.
I really loved it the last time I watched it. I'm willing to revisit it.
Powers Booth was in it, right?
Powers Booth, Keith Carradine, Fred Ward. Great cast. Great cast. Ry Cooder did the soundtrack for it.
Oh, yeah, we were just talking about that from Trespass. Yeah, because, same director, Walter Hill, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, anyways.
The next day, we see Layla in a phone booth talking to Parnell in another phone booth just across the street. Out of nowhere, a car driven by government goons smashes through Parnell's phone booth, almost killing him. He gets away, but they capture Layla and interrogate her. Cut to all the repo men, plus Miller and Pletchner, standing around in a lot drinking. They see that Otto has been beaten up and ask him who did it so they can beat that guy up. Repo men have a real all-for-one mentality. Otto says he'll tell them. Cut to the 4 men, sans Pletchner, beating up Otto's old boss from the grocery store at his house. Hilarious.
Yeah.
So, Zach, I almost wonder, was the scene with Pearl from 227, was that scene supposed to maybe be right before this? Because who beat him up? Like, we never see who technically beat him up. Or was it, because if it was just a random person that he was repossessing, he would have just told them that.
Yeah,
like,
maybe that a little disjointed.
Do you know what I mean, though? Like,
yeah, I do.
I feel like that scene should have came right before this, but they changed the order in editing.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I probably...
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know either, yeah.
Cut to Otto meeting Layla and the lady with the metal hand in a nightclub in Hollywood. The Circle of Jerks are on stage playing When the Shit Hits the Fan. The lady with the metal hand wants to know everything Otto knows about the Chevy Malibu. Do you like that song, by the way? And how they are, like how they're doing this faux, what would you call it?
Like 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's hilarious.
Okay. Would you like go and see them play?
No, I wouldn't. But I do like it. It's funny.
You're like, no, I would never give them money.
No. But I do find the scene hilarious. They're great.
Yeah, they are. But yeah, I would never go see them. Robert, would you?
Robert would. You know Robert would. Robert loves this stuff.
Oh, hell yeah. He probably has seen them before.
Right up his alley.
Just then, Duke, Debbie, and Archie walk up to their table. Duke aggressively wants to know why Otto doesn't hang out with them anymore. I love you, man, but he's like really aggressive and mean about it. Otto says he's been busy. Debbie sees the metal hand and asks the lady if she can touch it, then proceeds to suck on her metal fingers. Duke says, fuck this. Let's go do some crimes. And they leave. I love
He's
Duke.
great. Duke's so good.
He is. He knows exactly how, like, what he's doing, like the actor. Like he's playing it perfectly.
Oh yeah, totally.
He's like, this is a caricature. I know what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
I swear to God, like that actor was in Suburbia, and I know he wasn't, but it fucking like he reminds me of the bald kid in Suburbia a little bit.
Yeah, I remember him from Night of the Comet. Oh, he was in The Wildlife also.
Oh, right.
Okay, and that tracks because having Lee Ving in The Wildlife as well. Yeah, okay, it's all coming together now.
Duke and his gang walk up to the Malibu parked around the back of the nightclub as Parnell is trying to open the door. Duke says the car belongs to them, but Parnell asks what's in the trunk then. If the car is theirs, they should know. Archie takes the bait and opens the trunk only to get vaporized. I was like, oh man, Archie, you dumbass.
Just hoping Duke would have, but whatever.
Yeah, I know. Duke and Debbie run away to do crimes. Yeah, let's go get sushi and not pay. Now Parnell is back in the driver's seat of the Malibu. As he's driving through L.A., the Rodriguez brothers spot him and try to get him to pull over, but he doesn't seem to even notice them. You know who does notice them, though? Bud and the boys. They drive after the Rodriguez brothers while Parnell and the Malibu gets away. The chase ends with everyone getting in a scuffle that damages the Rodriguez brothers' car that's paid off. And did you recognize like that street that they were on? I think we saw that in Black Moon Rising, and I think it was also in Terminator. It's like that. It's like a street that's got an overhang above them. It's where they actually get out and fight. You know, they pull the cars over and actually get out and fight.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure. I don't recognize that. I mean, I do, but I don't know exactly geographically where it is.
Yeah, I couldn't go there, but I do think it was in that one scene where is it Black Moon Rising? Is that what it was?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was in that where that one guy gets like run over, and we were like, oh my God, we were shocked by that.
Yeah, I love that. Again, a movie that kind of surprised me how much I enjoyed it.
Same, man. Linda Hamilton.
Oh.
When your tag arrives, I'm gonna watch that.
No, you're gonna watch it with me.
Okay, I will. So it's kind of a big deal that their car's paid off because they kind of got a little ding on it. So the next day, Bud finds out that they're suing him and the Helping Hand Corporation for damages and harassment. Ollie is forced to fire Bud. Later, Bud takes his frustrations out on Otto, and the young Repo Man ends up walking through Skid Row alone. And it's definitely Skid Row, and I'll tell you now, Zach, that back in the 2010 census, I worked for it, and we did this operation where we counted the homeless people in Skid Row, but we could only do it at night because that's like everyone, that's where they were sleeping in their tents and everything like that. So it was a giant operation. We all met up at Dodger Stadium, and we all had like our coordinates to go to and everything. And it was like groups of 2, but then we had one ambassador from Skid Row with us, basically, so we don't get shot or stabbed. And essentially an ambassador was, a homeless person that kind of had made their way out of Skid Row, but used to live there. And we had to go through our streets and basically count all the people in Skid Row in one night. It was like from midnight until 4 or 5 a.m.
Did you have to talk to them, or were just like 1, 2,
No,
3?
yeah, you just did like 1, 2, 3, and then like if there was a tent, you kind of just, if you couldn't see like feet, don't peek in or anything. Just kind of like guess that there's probably 1 per tent, and yeah, it was just essentially a head count.
Nope, no, thank you.
It was damn good money though, by the way.
I'm sure, because like that's dangerous work.
Hazard pay, baby.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh man, done a lot of crazy things with the census in LA. It's been wild.
Oh my god.
The craziest thing that I did though was pay off all my debt because I made a lot of fucking money. I got a lot of overtime and I made a lot of fucking money in a very short amount of time.
There you go. You didn't hang out with actors and pay for the bar tab.
Nope, sure didn't. Didn't.
Woohoo.
Anyways, it's a good thing that Otto is down there because he spots the Malibu and goes running after it, which causes him to puke. I love that. I love it when anyone pukes from running in a movie.
I've been on that end before.
Have you? Have you ran and then puked?
Well, I was at a dance club one time and I was dancing.
You danced and puked?
Yeah, I danced and I'm like, oh God. I ran in the bathroom, threw up, and then went back out and continued to dance more.
You danced so heavy that you threw up.
Yeah, and I wasn't even drinking. I was 18.
Wow.
Or 19.
Wow.
I would go to disco nights with my buddy Mark Fong, and I would wear bell bottoms and a polyester shirt and reenact Tony, John Travolta from Saturday Night Fever.
Wow.
It's amazing. And then I remember I was like, oh God, here. Oh, whoa, that's weird. Ran in the bathroom. Came back out. I'm like, all right, I'm good. Let's go.
You're like an excited child. That's hilarious.
Totally, I was.
Am I going to get to see old Mark Fong in June?
Yes, you are.
Nice.
50th birthday. I'm turning 50. I'm 50, and I'm doing a big old karaoke bash on a boat.
Oh, man. It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild on
Good times.
We already got our seats. We just need to get our flight and our Airbnb.
Awesome.
Yeah, buddy. Parnell eventually picks up Otto, and they are driving aimlessly for a bit before Parnell collapses and dies from the radiation poisoning. Otto props his body up on a bus bench and takes the Malibu back to the Helping Hand Corporation and locks the gate. I did like how when he was like when Otto was walking through Skid Row, like there's all these hazmat people peppered around the movie.
Yeah, it's cool. It's like it's it's all subtle, but it's great. It's just a reminder that this movie's like super weird. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, like just picking up dead bodies of homeless people and putting them in the back of the trucks and stuff.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
I love background weirdness in movies.
Yeah, me too.
Later that night, while the crew is partying at Miller's place and their wives are hanging all over Otto, someone breaks into the lot and steals the Malibu. After the party, Bud runs into Otto and they reconnect. While buying beer at a convenience store, Debbie and Duke burst in to rob the place. And I love this weird little moment that Duke and Debbie have in the car where like Duke is like, we should get married essentially. And Debbie's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And so he just does a line of Coke or something. He's like, all right, I'm back. Let's go do this crimes,
That's why it's so great.
Yeah, it's amazing. Again, I love fucking, what was it? Dick Rude or whatever?
Yeah, Dick Rude.
It's fucking great. So, unfortunately, the security guard from the grocery store Otto used to work at is shopping for some beer too, and he's armed. and so is Bud. So we get a good old-fashioned shootout. Debbie shoots Bud in the ear. Duke shoots the security guard. The security guard shoots Duke in the chest, but he's still alive from the adrenaline. He's about to shoot the security guard again, but the store owner shoots him in the back with a shotgun. Debbie then shoots the owner. It's a pretty, I mean, dude, it's the kind of like quick action that I love in Tarantino movies and Goodfellas. Like whenever there's this explosive moment, like 30 seconds of action, but it's so bloody and crazy.
I meant to call this out earlier. I love this scene, and it's shocking, especially when Bud gets shot. You're like, oh my God, you know. But did you recognize the security guard?
Yeah, from the beginning of the movie? I kind of did, and he actually looked him up on IMDb, and he's got a very extensive resume.
Luis Contreras. I'm like, I've seen him before. I remember him distinctly from Pee-wee's Big Adventure when Pee-wee is, he's in the biker gang when Pee-wee does the tequila.
Yeah.
You know, first we eat him or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Whatever, he does the whole, he has like a funny speech in that. He's a character actor, but like he just stands out with, he's got this mug. He's got this face that's just very recognizable.
Yeah, he was also in Red Heat, but he was also in Last Man Standing, which is a movie you and I both love. Another Walter Hill jam.
Oh, he will be an auteur de force someday down the road.
Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. So it's a wild shootout right there. And yeah, I liked him too, man. I liked him at the beginning when we see him at the grocery store, and I liked him here. But yeah, he does get plugged in the chest by Duke's shotgun. But then Duke takes that one shot right to the heart, though. Like, he's dead no matter what.
Yeah, he's all dead.
He's all messed up.
Yeah, what you said.
Yeah. So Debbie leaves the store unscathed, and Otto goes to check on Duke, who humorously bleeds out and dies on the floor. Lights are growing dim. I know a life of crime led me to this sorry fate, and yet I blame society. Society made me what I am. I love how Otto says, that's bullshit. You're a white suburban punk just like me.
Yeah,
he's like,
I love that line.
And he's like, you'll be fine. But then like Duke does this like really long drawn out gurgle death rattle. And Otto's like, maybe not.
Yeah.
It's a great scene. It's probably one of my favorite scenes in the movie, man.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Cut to a quick scene of government agents, like we said, the hazmat suits, burning Parnell's body on the bus bench where it lays, you know, they just burn it with a flamethrower.
I mean, I could see them doing that now in downtown LA.
Just burn the body. Cause I mean, they're all pretty much, you need a hazmat suit down there.
Oh yeah. You walk in that area and you get a disease.
Yeah.
I'm not exaggerating. Bad. It's gross.
It's as horrible as you think it is.
Yeah, literally driving down the street and there's people walking around with no pants on, middle of the street, throwing their own feces at cars. I've seen it. It's disgusting.
I seen it. Yeah, you don't drive through Skid Row. Like, you don't drive down that area.
No. You try to avoid it as much as possible.
Yeah, yes. Otto goes to the helping hand in Bud's car, presumably, I guess, after he dropped him off at the hospital. It's kind of weird. I feel like there's a scene missing, but okay.
Yeah.
And finds Marlene being questioned by two blonde government agents. They're asking her where the Malibu is. Pletchner tries to stop Otto from going in. He's like, you want to be a hero? I'd rather be a chicken man. Like, you're such an asshole. She says, it doesn't say I'd rather be a chicken. He says, I'd rather be a chicken man.
Yeah, I love that.
But Otto goes in anyways. But Marlene is no slouch. She beats the crap out of the two agents and is about to smash one of them with a chair. Not the face, not the face. I love that.
Yeah, that line is hilarious.
Because then when Pletchner runs in with his gun drawn, telling her to freeze, she still smashes the guy, and then you can hear him just say off screen, my face. And I love how she's like about to fight Pletchner, just like straight up like, come at me, man, let's do this, you know? And Otto douses the rent-a-cop with hot coffee so Marlene can escape out the back door.
Yeah, so great.
Otto isn't so lucky. He gets picked up and interrogated / tortured by the lady with the metal hand and Layla, who's weirdly sort of working with the government people now, you know? It's kind of odd, but okay.
Yeah. I mean, this is like the last 15-20 minutes of the movie, and it's nuts. This is like the best part.
Yeah, it's like a rocket. It just like takes off.
Yeah.
While Otto is getting electrocuted, Marlene and the Rodriguez brothers burst in and rescue him. See, they're actually good guys.
Yeah, they're good guys. This is when I like them. Like, oh yeah, they're cool.
Yeah, me too. They take Otto to the hospital so that he can talk to Bud about the Malibu if he knows where it is. Did you notice? I love this. When Otto and Marlene are kind of looking for Bud's room, they walk past an orderly pushing a gurney with a dead body on it. Otto pulls the sheet back, and it's Kevin the nerd.
Yeah.
But he looks at Otto and he says, Otto? And then Otto just puts the sheet back on his like face. Like, what a weird moment, dude.
And what a jerk.
But like, is he dead or like, you know what I mean? Like, what is that?
He's gonna die.
I think he is dead, and he's just Otto's like seeing like this weird ghost remnant of him.
Yeah,
you know?
it's like this is like a trippy kind of fantasy scine. This whole, it's like warped fantasy.
Yeah, but they didn't have to put that in there, but it's such a cool little thing.
No, I like it. I like
Me
it.
too. They don't get anything out of Bud, really, and have to make a quick exit as the government agents are hot on their tails. As the Rodriguez brothers and Marlene and Otto try to escape the parking lot structure, the Malibu, now glowing green, casually drives by, shocking a blonde agent with a bolt of lightning as it does. So they're these guys are running after their car, and then the Malibu sort of drives by a little bit after they get off screen, but then a bunch of two agents are running after them. And here's my theory, Zach. If you look, it looks like the one guy, and I think he's just a stunt guy, slips and falls because they're wearing sort of the loafer shoes. I think they just decided to add the bolt of electricity being the thing that knocks them down. But what a random cool moment. And I think when I saw this movie for the first time, this was literally the nanosecond where I realized I absolutely love this movie. Because why not? Why wouldn't the car just shoot a bolt of lightning and knock this one guy over? And he still doesn't pay attention to the car, but he does get knocked over. And they add the sound effect of him being like, ow, type of thing.
Yeah, it's a laugh out loud. It's so great.
But what is your take on that? Was that planned?
I don't know. I mean, I guess so, but this last sequence here is what makes you fall in love with the movie for sure.
Yeah. The government goons eventually stop Otto and the others before they make it out of the parking structure. You can also tell, too, the cars behind him, one of them, actually hits the wall, and I don't think it was supposed to.
No.
And actually, so the Blu-ray has director commentary with a bunch of other people on it, too. That's why there's a lot of information on this movie on IMDb, because there's a lot of information from the director. And I actually turned the audio commentary on to see if I was actually right about that one, stuntman. They didn't say anything about it. I think they just said, oh, there goes Ed, But I still had the audio commentary on here, and they did say, oh, you can tell they didn't mean to hit the wall right there. They
That's
actually
funny.
really hit it.
That's funny.
So they, like I said, they stop him. The lady with the metal hand asks where the Malibu is. Otto says, I don't have it. Marlene doesn't have it. You and your crazy friends don't have it. So that only leaves... And then they burst into Bud's hospital room, but he's gone. Everyone, all of them, plus the government people, plus some SWAT team people and everything. But another one of my favorite moments, just then the Rodriguez brothers pull the tear gas canisters on one of the SWAT team's vests. And that guy's starts screaming.
Yeah.
I love when he's running and the tear gas is blowing up into his face and everything.
Yeah.
Oh shit. So they all make a run for it with the chaos. As Otto drives back to the Helping Hand lot in a car he stole, again, this is cool too. It starts raining cubes of ice. Otto gets out of the car, and we see the Chevy Malibu sitting in the middle of the lot, glowing bright green. Bud is sitting behind the wheel. Apparently, this effect was achieved completely practically. They painted the car with reflective paint and then aimed a green light at it, but the reflective paint cost $600, a barrel. It was expensive as fuck to do. But they painted the whole thing reflective, and they just hit it with a green light.
Wow, that's wild. Okay.
Yeah, it's not an after effect. The after effect was in the structure, the parking structure when it went by. That was clearly an after effect.
In post, yeah,
in post. But it looks great, man.
And they all got cancer.
Yeah, seriously.
Probably.
As Otto tries to convince Bud to turn the car in for the bounty so they can split the money, 60-40. who gets the 60.
I love that.
Like Otto's like, well, since I found it, and then Bud pulls out a gun. He's like, you can have the 60. A police helicopter shows up and shoots Bud as he taunts it. As Otto confronts his wounded mentor, Ollie and Light show up on the to the lot, as well as the lady with the metal hand and all of her army of blonde goons. Government goons in hazmat suits try to approach the car, but it has some kind of force field that pushes it back. One even gets set on fire as it happens, and I love this.
So great.
There's this little weird exchange between another one of like the blonde goons in the suits and like a scientist, and he's like, you know, God, I love this job and everything. Dude, the jokes come fast in this last like 15 minutes, like you said. It's so good. Like, I can't believe what I'm seeing. I'm loving every second of it.
Yeah, you have to watch this movie if you haven't seen it, or if you have seen it, go revisit it, because it's these like little subtle jokes that are so much more impactful when you're watching it.
And like I said, I pick up on more every time I watch it again.
Yeah, totally. I think that's probably why I watched it a bunch when I was a kid.
I can see it. They even try sending a priest and 2 rabbis, but the car shoots a bolt of lightning at them, and they run away as the Bible catches on fire.
It's so great.
The police says, holy sheep shit. During all the chaos, Miller just walks up to the car and gets inside with no problem. He motions to Otto to join him, and the young Repo Man does, much to Layla's chagrin. Otto, don't go. What about our relationship?
Yeah.
He just looks at her and says, fuck that.
Such a dick.
The glowing Malibu races off the ground and flies around LA while Reel 10 by the Plugs plays. Otto says, whoa, this is intense. Miller replies, the life of a Repo Man is always intense. Then they shoot off into space. The end. Now, Zach, I mean, picture me.
And the credits roll backwards.
Yes, they do. Good call. I should have pointed that out. It's really cool, kind of like implying that everything is weird about this movie.
Yeah.
But dude, Zach, me, watching this during quarantine, I was probably drunk and high, having no clue what was coming, and I'm just mouth agape. Everything that I ever thought I wanted to happen in this movie happens. They go into space, him and Miller. It's like, wow.
I hope he does make a sequel, because I would love to see that. I mean, it's going to be shot digitally now, and it's going to look weird, so it probably won't be nearly as good as this. But this is a time capsule movie, and it's so of its time, and it's so avant-garde and different, and goes in so many different directions, and it's just so silly and wacky. And it's mindless. Like, not mindless, but yeah, kind of mindless, because you're like, at the end of it, you go, well, what did all this mean? Nothing, because it was fun.
Yeah. I mean, you it's avant-garde, like you said, and everything, but also it's like, what a lightning in a bottle. Because like cinematography, you have this like a big time cinematographer who will go on to be a big time cinematographer, but now it's like at the beginning of his career. So you have all this talent just like bottled up. Like, do you think like would Emilio Estevez have done this 3 years later? You know what I mean?
No. I mean, I get the sense that he would kind of take chances and do some risky projects, but this is beyond risky. And it's a Universal Studios film.
Yeah, right.
Like, that's why it's utterly impossible to find online. Just get the Criterion.
Yeah.
Support Criterion, because get it on a 50% sale from Barnes & Nobles.
Yeah. Yeah, they always have those. The packaging's great. It comes with a book. The artwork's fantastic. Anything, if you ever see a movie that you want and Criterion puts it out, get it. And I don't think you need to double dip if you have the Blu-ray, because their Blu-rays are some of the best picture qualities I've ever seen. Like, I won't double dip and get the 4K, but I have picked up their 4K and they look great too. But their Blu-rays look amazing.
You don't need the 4K of this.
Dude, I have the original Night of the Living Dead, their Criterion Blu-ray, and it is like pristine looking.
Yeah, that's all you need. I have 6 copies of Night of the Living Dead. And finally they put out the Criterion one. I'm like, about time.
Yeah. It's like, this is the last one I'm going to have to buy.
I'm never buying this again. That and like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Anyways.
Or Army of Darkness or something, you know?
Oh my
it's
God.
Like, Jesus Christ.
This one comes with a book. Okay. Yeah, I know, but like.
So this one's got a poster, a painted poster of Ash looking all muscular, holding his arms. Looks like a Boris Vallejo poster. Might actually be. Rob, hope you enjoyed this breakdown.
Birthday boy.
Birthday
month.
boy. Rob also, kind of like Cam, he kind of gave me a couple options and everything. And I said, I think Repo Man will probably be the most fun one to talk about. And I had a blast talking about it with you, man.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I love this movie. Thank you, Robert, for reminding me how much I love Repo Man and the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Doo-wop, doo-wop, ba-ba, boo. Wow. Oh, yeah.
The circle. I do like when he does that. Like, I love that
It's
little
hilarious.
part of the song. I know. It's
and
great.
I meant to mention, too, that car chase scene was pretty baller, too.
Yeah.
So,
It's fucking great. Everything
this
about
movie has a lot going on.
It does. Again, it you get a lot more out of it on repeat viewings. I think it's a lot of fun. It's Zach, it's just a fun fucking movie, man.
We need more fun in our lives.
We really do. We really do. And you know what else you guys need in your lives? The Rune of Making by Robert Ortiz. It's his fantasy novel. He has a couple poetry books out there and a wedding planner book, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
But this is his fantasy novel, and you can pick up all of it off of Amazon. I'll put links in the show notes to his Amazon page. So go check out Robert Ortiz's stuff. It's like Zach said, it's amazing. Like him, David, like I'm sometimes blown away by the talent that our friends have, and it's wild. So I have no talent.
No, you do.
I do. I can draw a little bit.
No, this is talent.
This is talent.
300 some odd episodes we've been doing of this show. So
you know what? Good point, buddy. Thank you. That's
don't demean yourself.
That's why I need you in my life, pal. This is coming out again, actually in a couple weeks. So we're still in Martial Arts Madness, but we're probably wrapping up Martial Arts Madness on $2 late fee. By we, I mean you. So why don't you tell us what's happening on Territory Marks at the end of the month?
Martial Art Madness on Territory Marks. We cover a match. It's called the Battle of the Kicks. It's the Great Kabuki versus Gentleman Chris Adams in World Class Championship Wrestling. And Chris Adams had a super kick. Great Kabuki had a thrust kick. What's more powerful, the thrust or the super?
Thrust into a diamond generation, speed
It's a wild
acceleration.
Match. It's a wild match. It's a wild match. And the commentator Mark Lawrence, who's a friend of mine, he's gold on commentary. It's a lot of fun. That'll be wrapping up Martial Art Madness on $2 late fee. The whole month on $2 late fee was interviews with martial artists and from martial art movies. So check it out. Those interviews are all out now. And whoo, baby, this is my first month kind of doing Martial Art Madness completely solo. And it was a hoot, and I loved it. I loved every moment of it, and I'm just going to keep doing it every year.
I love it, buddy. I love it, and I love you, and I love you, Robert, and I love Repo Man.
Love all y'all.
And as always,
fuck that. We'll catch you on the dark side.
Be sure to subscribe to Podcasting After Dark on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. You can support the show by joining our Patreon page, picking up a t-shirt from our merch store, or leaving us a 5-star review. Follow us on Instagram at Podcasting After Dark. All links can be found on our website at www.podcastingafterdark.com. And join us next time for another cult movie or TV show review with Corey Stevenson and Zach Schaefer.